Hello, I'm Caitlin Goldner, the MYRC SAD Club President. I am here with Leon Potter, a member of our Maricopa City Council. Peggy Chapados, a member of our Maricopa City Council. I am here with Julia, a member of our Maricopa City Council. She is here to talk with us about underage drinking in Maricopa. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
Sure.
Okay. What is the legal drinking age in the U.S.?
21, of course.
21.
Okay.
The legal drinking age is 21.
Okay. Why is it 21 the legal drinking age in the U.S.?
Well, just off what I know, or what I understand, I'm probably way off base here, but I understand that it used to be 18 once upon a time, but it was changed, and the reason behind it, I'm not sure. I imagine all the accidents go along with it. But what I do know is that, in theory, the maturity of a person is at 21 when they're reached the age of maturity as far as development, body and mind. So that is the age, I think, is why 21 is chosen, where people, human beings, can make decisions based on maturity. So if they're younger than that, they're not as mature to make decisions. And drinking is one of those decisions that impacts their thinking. So.
That's mandated by state statute, and also it's to help protect the youth.
It was determined by a few years back, many years back as a matter of fact, that was the appropriate age for people to drink in this country.
Okay, next question. How many kids under the age of 21 die each year as a result of injuries caused by underage drinking?
A large amount. Do you happen to have that number?
Yes, 5,000.
5,000 a year.
Yes.
Wow.
If I remember correctly, it's 4,700.
It's actually 5,000.
5,000? Okay.
That I do not know. I don't know how many children.
The answer is 5,000 people per year.
Okay, well, I didn't know that.
How many of those 5,000 deaths are due to a car crash?
Well, I'm going to say at least half of them. So 2,500?
No, the answer is 1,900.
Okay.
I would say probably most of them.
The correct answer is 1,900.
Oh, okay.
I'd say a large percentage, more than 80%.
It's about 1,900.
Wow. So what percentage is that?
I do not have my math down today.
Over 10%.
Okay. What percentage of kids who start drinking before the age of 15 become alcoholics?
I really do not know.
It's actually 40%.
40%?
Yes.
Wow.
Before the age of 15? I'm not sure.
It's 40%.
40%? Wow, that's high.
25%?
It's a little more, it's 40%.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So in Maricopa, the amount of youth alcohol violations under Title IV has gone up over the last several years. For example, in 2008, there was 33. In 2009, there was 80. In 2010, 98. And in 2011, there was 112. There was a slight decrease in 2012 with 103 being reported. In your experience as a community member and a leader in Maricopa, what kinds of things could be done to have that slight decrease become a trend?
Well, continually talking with and communicating, but more importantly, I think leading by example. And I take that seriously as far as being present in front of children, or anybody for that matter. When you're drinking, you have to be sensitive to the fact of who's watching, and a parent, a friend. It's very important to understand that who's watching, what you might say and communicate, don't, or be careful. But your actions might speak differently, and that is just as important as what you say.
Well, I think what you guys are doing in the Y21 campaign is a very good start. Just talking to your peers, getting to know more about the dangers of underage drinking and some of the effects that it can have. Because it doesn't just affect the kids, it affects families, it affects communities, it affects your schools.
Number one thing is the group that you're involved with, SAD. SAD has been developed to make sure that we curb that issue. And it has been going down, so you guys are doing a great job informing the public, informing the youth, to make sure that they're aware that 21 is the legal drinking age and they should not be enticed. Of course, there's going to be people that will be enticed, but the SAD program has been a great asset to the city of Maricopa.
Next question. Each community is different. Do you have any thoughts on why parties are the #1 place where kids get their alcohol?
Sure. Sometimes not a lot of adults around, It's a place where all your friends can go and hang out. So there's camaraderie there. There's kind of a unwritten rule sometimes that that's where kids are going to go to be able to get drinking. You can't walk into a store and buy it, so sometimes homes are the easiest place to get it.
I think because they feel secure and safe at someone's home where it's isolated, and there may or may not be adults there, but sometimes adults feel like, well, if they're here and I'm watching them, the children, or it could be their own kids, then I know what they're doing. They're my responsibility, and they're not outside. I'd rather have them here. But as far as parties, maybe they have accessibility to alcohol, just in the refrigerator, a few beers or wine, and then they just feel more comfortable there, and they think, well, they're isolated, and they just are having fun, and things happen.
One of the things that was brought to me when I first got onto the city council was the fact that the youth of Maricopa did not have anything to do. There wasn't things to do in the community. Well, I think with the new Ak-Chin Entertainment Center, there are things to do. There's been things to do other than drinking for a long time, but people chose to drink instead of doing the other activities. But now I do believe that with the entertainment center and programs like SAD and programs throughout the community, there are things for youth to do other than drink.
Last question.
Mm-hmm.
And do you have any thoughts on how we as a community can bring that number down?
Well, again, being proactive with communicating, even among adults. I mean, I know the age is 21, but it doesn't mean that adults have it all figured out, because if you consider alcohol incidents among adults, and I don't know the number on this, but they happen, and it's something that I think is too common. But I think if we address it as adults and therefore lead by example with our children, I think that will help go a long way in reducing the number of incidents.
Like I said, your program is bringing that number down. We continue to inform people about the issues involved, and also the astronomical number that you mentioned of individuals who are dying each year due to drunk driving. So that'll be a great topic to bring up to the community as a whole.
I think just keep doing what you're doing, get the word out there about the Y21 campaign, talk to your peers, find adults that you can trust, keep your eyes on the newspapers when something happens, maybe talk about it as a group with your friends or with your classmates. If you know somebody that's doing a lot of underage drinking or you think has a problem, tell somebody. Don't let them just go on doing it, because the last thing you want to do is have to go to somebody's funeral or read about somebody going to the hospital or being seriously injured.
Thank you so much for your time on this issue.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time on this issue.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much for your time on this issue.
Thank you.